Hey everyone, Craig here. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Talk 76. Today is our Halloween special, so happy Halloween everyone. Today we're going to just be talking about cryptids, our favourite spooky locations. Stacks and Convict unfortunately couldn't make it, so today instead we have a good friend of ours, Hunter, and Price. So, change of faces, but it's a great episode, and yeah. Alright, so we're back, and it's the Halloween special. Today I'm joined by Hunter, Price, and Gear, since Stacks and Convict are off today, we'll say. So I just want to start off, catch up with everyone. So what you guys been up to this week?
Just been doing events, building my camp. We're rebuilding my camp. I found a new location. It's
I know
quite
you
spooky.
I've been working on just leveling up another character I've made that I've been putting off for about a couple months now.
Yeah, I started a new character. I've only got them to like level 17. My plan was to kind of make my charisma build for Wastelanders coming out, but I've got more time for that, so I don't have to worry so much about that for a while.
I haven't really played that much this week. Last time I played, though, I was mostly just like restocking. I've been doing my Raider base for our Discord and just finishing that up.
Nice. All right. So because it's the Halloween special, I think what we'll do is we'll start with talking about spooky shit in general. So cryptids, that'll be our first topic. Your thoughts about cryptids, what cryptids you would like to see, and just general spooky cryptid shit. Anyone want to start us off?
I'll go first. I always liked the Flatwoods monster in general. It's always been like the one that I've seen the least. I think I've seen him like a total of 3 times only, compared to like everything else. And normally when I see him, it's just out of complete randomness. Sometimes I'm in the woods or I'm about to do another completely different thing. And the last time I saw him, I was actually able to get a couple good screenshots of him. And have them just simply sitting in my loading screens, and they look nice.
I think I've seen the Flatwoods monster like once or twice, but every time I try to kill him, he just disappears. He teleports. He's out. He just like yeets out of existence.
Yeah, just puts his cloak on and runs off, floats away.
I killed him one time, and that was it. But I've seen him maybe 5 or 6 times.
I think I've killed him the most here. I've killed him. There's only one time he ran away. I've killed him 5 other times.
Nice. Yeah, he's an elusive motherfucker. But here,
I saw him right by the overseers camp. Like last time I was on, just for a second, got a couple shots on him, and he was gone.
See, I've had this theory that there must be like some, like the Mothman has a trigger.
Yeah.
You pick up his eggs, and you start the whole like stalking, and it becomes vengeful, that sort of thing.
And then it dies.
Yeah. Who was it? I don't know if it was. Were you there, Gear? And we found that weird holotape, and we sat and we camped out at the trailer because we found a holotape that talked about the Flatwoods monster.
Yeah, it was us, Stacks.
Yeah, and like, I thought that was going to be a trigger. 100%. Like, it gave you a precise time, where he saw it, and how, and nothing happened. I was so disappointed.
Was that like your immersion gameplay?
Yeah, it was like right at the start. I was just wandering around, and I think that's
nice.
I think because I've been taking more time and just like exploring more and just not fast traveling, I find a lot more locations. And
yeah, I didn't.
Yeah, it's fun.
I didn't know you can trigger the Mothman. I didn't know there was a legitimate trigger for him.
Which you know, remember they talked about it when before Fallout 76 even came out. Remember, and he was like, "Oh, there's the Mothman, and there's like several stages to the Mothman." Well, I think it turned out
Right.
you have to pick up the the Mothman eggs in Point Pleasant.
Right.
Yeah.
Apparently, eventually you'll get stalked by a Mothman, and then eventually, after a few encounters, it turns into a vengeful Mothman, and you fight it.
Well, I know what I'm doing later then.
Yeah, every time I'm there, I swing by. I'm like, I'm going to pick some of these up. Fun, actually, a fun story for you. Uh, Talking about the Mothman. I remember back in the beta, and ever since the beta, a Mothman keeps stalking me, and it's this specific Mothman I keep seeing, and I never catch him. I've killed like Mothman in like events, and like remember when they spawned them like more regularly.
Yeah.
I've killed them during that, but like this one like the stalking Mothman, I'm sure of it. It's the same one, and he's following me.
Oh, it's like that raptor from the first Jurassic Park.
Yeah, he's hunting me. Clever girl.
Oh yeah, that reminds me of the same time when we were playing the beta for the first time and we were moving on towards I believe it's the Capitol building where the court office and everything was. There's like this area that's like drained completely, and then we just see the Mothman for the first time. We're like, yo, let's take a picture of it real quick, and then one of our friends just instantly shoots at it, and then he gets aggravated and just disappears, and we ended up being stalked by it for like the rest of the beta time. Or till that time ended on that day, and we don't know what happened to it afterwards.
Gives you like a fun thing to do during the beta, though.
Yeah.
Like you're always looking over your shoulders, so it adds a little bit of extra suspense.
Right.
So what about
And
you?
then the server disconnects.
What about you, Hunter? What's your
Uh,
favorite cryptid?
Not my favorite, but it's one that I remember from like one of the first times I got on this game. So I hopped on kind of late after the beta and everything. And one of my first experiences, I went to your camp uh, out at White Springs whenever it was still like the military camp.
Yeah.
And like this was early days of the Discord and everything. And or at least of the RP. And I was just like a level 10. And I wandered over to the golf course and saw my first Wendigo, like to the clubhouse, and that thing scared the bejesus out of me.
I think
Like
I can't remember.
Oh, go
my
ahead.
first Wendigo. I'm trying to remember my first Wendigo. I think it was probably the Raider quest one.
Oh, okay, yeah, that one was
the
good
cave.
too. Yeah,
Yeah, that was probably the same here.
It definitely was for me.
but like my early days were kind of messed up though because I was going through and at like level 15. You guys walked me through my first nuke silo
Oh yeah.
and like knocked out the enclave and everything. Like I was a level 15 with everything done of the main quest line.
Because that was kind of like like initiation into like because we were an enclave group at that point, so it was kind of like
Yeah,
you join us and it's like right, we're going to put you through initiation. We're taking you to the abandoned waste dump and you're doing the enclave stuff.
couldn't even wear the uniform, which was combat armor. I was too low level.
You got there though.
But,
I remember the one of the first screenshots to the 101st, and it was you, everyone in like their shadow combat armor, and then just you in leather armor. Like, hey,
no, actually, in that I leveled up. Like I power leveled after that and was able to wear the combat armor for that. I think the leather armor was.
I can't remember who that was.
It was the guy that he
Was
did whenever, like at the end of the last like before we reset the server, he was Shaggy. That's who it was.
Shaggy, Night Shaggy, Night
Yeah.
Cat. Oh yeah, because I offered him Night Sergeant, and he changed his name to Night Captain. I was like, all right then, give himself a promotion, but that's okay.
Yeah. But yeah, like the Wendigo, I just remember hearing that breathing, and like every time I hear that, which now it's just cathartic because it means that I've almost cleared out the White Springs for the millionth time, and I've probably killed that thing 10,000 times now. But it still that breathing will mess with me.
Actually, thinking about it, I think that was probably my first time seeing the Wendigo, because I remember I took a screenshot early on because we went to the White Springs, and I had killed a glowing one and it got stuck in the fence.
Yeah.
And its like head, like half of its body was like stuck in the fence, and it looked really weird. So I think it was either that or was the actual Wendigo cave.
I got you. I remember the Wendigo Cave, and that one was really interesting. Like, I literally hate Rose, but that was probably one of the only enjoyable quest lines out of that was doing the Wendigo Cave and like finding
Agree.
all the
Fully
holotapes.
agree.
The Gourmands.
The Gourmands
Yeah.
was cool too. All the holotapes and at the mine were really cool.
Yeah.
Like, just the lore there and how everybody slowly died of the radiation's cool.
In terms of cryptids, I'd probably say I love like the Snallygaster is my favorite. I always wanted one in my camp, but I've just never managed to do it. I don't know if you still can do that actually, to be honest. But
I think I saw one not too long ago in somebody's camp.
really, I'm
Yeah.
jealous. A glowing Snally boy is the dream. But I don't know. I just love like the Grafton Monster and the Snallygaster. See, because like the FUV subjects, and like it's kind of cool how they're cryptids and they're in like West Virginia, like lore, but it's
Yeah.
like Fallout's take on them. They've explained them with science in a way. I don't know, I just thought it was really clever, and it's kind of unnerving to think that Snallygaster used to be a person.
Yeah. I like that, like how some games will go out and make the lore like fit the old folklore there. Like Fallout with the Snallygaster and the Grafton Monster, and then that old game based off the comics from Telltale, The Wolf Among Us. Like I just really like that how they make the lore fit the world.
Yeah, because it's like the same. See, when you really think about all the cryptids, they're all like Fallout's own take on them.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about the Mothman though.
The Mothman's
I'm not
pretty.
sure what the Mothman.
The Mothman's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, the whole cult of the Mothman makes it a little bit cooler.
yeah, they're coming back in Wastelanders.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Cool. Man, I'm
Actually,
so excited for that. Like, it's going to get me back playing the game so much.
Same. Because like when you think about it, yeah, it's delayed, but I'm kind of glad it's delayed.
Yeah, because it
Yeah.
lets you prepare like a character for it a little bit more.
Not just that. When things like that get delayed, it gives developers more time to work on stuff and polish things out more.
And it says a lot if they've actually themselves went, you know what? Hey, let's wait 2 months. Let's make sure we get it right.
Yeah.
5 months.
I agree to an extent. I kind of feel like the wait too is going to help them with their Q1 earnings. You know what I mean? Like for their fiscal
Right.
year.
Mm.
But I do agree. Like waiting to release something instead of just dropping it early, like some other games, and kind of like this one whenever it was first released. Like you don't have that initial dislike of it because it's bugged and glitchy and everything like that. You just get it and it's good. Like I wish games would go back to doing that more often.
Agreed. So we're kind of drifted off topic. I just realized we've ended up talking about Wastelanders as shit, but fuck it.
Sorry.
Have we talked about the sheep squatch?
We have not.
Would you like to take this one, Gear, since you're sporting a lovely sheep squatch outfit?
About the sheep
Yes,
squatch in the room.
as clearly as you can see, I ate your brother, and the sheep squatch happens to be my favorite of the cryptids. Not only did I buy the sheep squatch plushie as soon as it came in there because it was so dang adorable, I feel like the lead up to the sheep squatch was amazing.
Yeah.
You get the whole quest. You get the whole quest leading you up to it, and then bam, imposter sheep squatch, and it's like, what? Because I didn't look at the spoilers. I experienced it for myself the first time.
Same here.
Yeah.
So it was astounding to me. And then free range. We get free range. And the sheep squatch. I know it's just a retextured Deathclaw, but it looks better than the Deathclaw.
I didn't know that.
It's got a ranged attack too, though.
Yeah, the model is like a Deathclaw. It's in the same shape.
Oh
was
yeah,
added.
I think
It's like the gator claw from Fallout 4.
It's the same skeleton, but it's like different animations. I get you.
Yeah, but it looks so amazing.
yeah.
Speaking about the sheepscotch, and you were talking about, the build-up. Do you not remember after the imposter appeared, nothing happened for like a week or two, and then weird
Right,
shit,
right.
and then those like little dynamic events started appearing where it would be like a dead Brahmin with like the shards in it and stuff like that, but there would be no sheepscotches.
Right.
Yeah.
And it built up and it built up and it built up, and like eventually you'd start finding like super mutants and they'd be running away from it. And we'd go, oh, bad sheep, and all that sort of stuff.
Well, I remember my first time running into one. I was running around on Myko, that little like survivalist character that I had. I was level 10. I was up at the munitions factory setting up his camp there, and I'm out running around, and there's a sheep squatch. I just cheesed it over some mountains and ended up dying in a fall.
That's fucking hilarious. Silly sheepscotch.
That reminds me, Craig, me and you were up by the munitions factory the other day where we found my new camp, and you remember that sleeping sheep squatch?
I do, and I have a screenshot, and I'll make it pop up right about now for people that are watching. But yeah, I remember that.
It's a monster, but it's so cute even when sleeping.
I know, right?
Sleeping with two little dead Brahmins around it.
Unfortunately, the angle I got it from, you just see its butt cheeks, but it's fine.
I'll send you mine too. I got a decent one.
Awesome.
But
yeah, sheepscotch is awesome. Even the imposter sheepscotch is awesome.
It looks good too. That's why I wanted the outfit so much.
The quest was kind of funny with, the Y and Low quest line, and the guy got basically molested by a fucking assault drone, but yeah, it was all cool. It was like it was unique, and it's a shame that I feel like we probably would have got more stuff like that by now, but because the developers decided NPCs, I feel like, but again, that's getting off topic. But yeah,
well, kinda, because here's the thing: with Wastelanders coming out, because I'm pretty sure that Snallygassers, as you were talking about, I think they turn into centaurs. Could we see more of an evolution in Wastelanders, like we see with with the Wendigos?
Well, we're getting floors.
Yeah.
Floors will be cool. But yeah, is it what's it called? I'll get a picture up of it as well. The Wendigo Colossus.
Yeah. I think that could be like a neat idea with it if they did kind of like the Lying Low quest line, something similar to that, to these things changing.
Yeah, like because think about it. After years of radiation, shit's still going to keep mutating and evolving.
Yeah. And that could be a good introduction of like an NPC with Wastelanders. Like have them send you out on that quest to do it, or have them go with you.
Right, that would be a really cool faction to introduce, like a sub-faction, like Cryptid Hunters. I'd love that.
Yeah.
Like a cult of the cryptid, kind of like the cult of the Mothman.
Not even so much a cult, more like, like hunters.
Yeah.
Like they hunt the cryptids for sport. That'd be amazing.
Like just big game
I could
hunters.
I could see that being like more or less one NPC, and then them giving you the quest to hunt it, and then them giving you the rewards for doing so.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Instead of it being like a whole clan of people.
Well, it could be like a wild goose chase too. I don't know if y'all played Far Cry 3, but that's what Buck did with that knife. Like he sent you to go get something, and then it wasn't there. He showed up out of nowhere, sent you somewhere else, and it could be like a chain of events like that.
I know what you're talking about too.
Yeah.
Right. So to finish up the cryptid segment, what I was thinking is if there was a cryptid, that doesn't already exist in the game, what would it be, and why would you add it?
One word: owlbears.
Owlbears?
Owlbears. I loved them in D&D. It's a great concept. It'd be a cool idea for this.
Are they an actual like urban myth, or
I think that like they got it from mythology. I don't really think it's so much an urban myth, but more like an old myth.
Right.
And then it just went into D&D, and it's like one of their iconic monsters, and I love it.
See, I don't really know much about like American folklore and stuff like that.
Yeah.
One I would like to see is a friend of mine lives in Ohio, and I discovered recently that they have a cryptid that's literally like a giant humanoid frog man. So I don't know if they would want to replace the ragtoads or have it be a variant of it, but just like a bipedal frog.
Okay. Yeah. That'd be slick.
But, yeah.
So, because I don't know much, I decided, I'd Google and look up some American folklore and stuff like that. And there's quite a few that came up. So the Mothman's mentioned here. We've got one here. Well, obviously there's Bigfoot.
The Jersey Devil could be a cool one.
Ooh, that's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, the Jersey
I
Devil's
never thought about
mentioned here,
that.
actually.
Yeah.
Chupacabra. It's another one.
Here's one that I want, though. The Fresno Nightcrawlers. Here's
That
the reason
sounds
why,
familiar.
though. The video footage of it has been looked over by professionals, and it doesn't look photoshopped. And it's just walking legs, and they're terrifying.
What are these?
Like-
Just look up Fresno Nightcrawler. There's a video footage of it too, and it's not been edited.
So,
That's weird.
what is the cryptid itself, though?
It's like walking pants, but instead of pants, it's glowing. But it's just
No,
a walking creature.
I'm looking at
They
this
just
right
throw
now.
them.
I'll make a picture come up. That's weird.
You just sitting
imagine
there.
looking out your window in Fallout, and out you see is just 4 or 5 walking pants coming towards you.
And then you step out and then just get drop kicked. Just by a pair of legs.
That's like their only attack is a drop kick.
It's just a drop kick. A drop kick and a regular kick.
Alright, so that takes us to about the 20-minute mark, which is pretty good going. So we'll technically stop for a quick sort of 30-second Untitled, but we'll take 5. But when we come back, what we'll do is we'll talk about what's currently in Fallout, all the Halloween stuff, that sort of thing. Because the Reddit segment feels kind of, it's alright, but it's one of those ones we're kind of dependent on how the community's feeling at the time to actually get decent posts out of it. So
Okay.
I think we'll skip Reddit segment from now on, and maybe occasionally bring up really good ones if it's relevant to the topic. But
Alright, so right
yeah.
now we're just taking a break right now.
So yeah, we'll take a quick break.
Okay.
Get up.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're back, and we're going to talk about what's kind of going on in Fallout just now. Talk about like the new event and stuff. Maybe show some footage of us doing the event if we can be bothered. We'll see. But so yeah, let's start off. We'll talk about the new event. I'm sure who's all had. I don't know, Hunter. You might not have tried it yet. But
No, I haven't yet.
I know Price and Gear. You and the 3 of us have done it. So
Yeah.
we'll kind of talk about it. It's pretty fun.
It is.
It's different.
It's almost Fashion At Week level of fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll be honest.
Wait, for real?
Yeah, because Meat Week kind of sucked.
Oh,
The only good
Nice,
bit
I'll
about
have
Meat
to
Week
do that.
was Graham.
yeah.
I like how it's like it's one of those events that you can play in like a solid strategy and do it at the exact same time each way.
Yeah.
Or basically, especially with the Fast Notch event, and then you can just execute it so fast. I haven't done it on my high level character. I tried to do it on my low level character, and that didn't really go so well because everything was incredibly high level. But I think it would be a complete breeze doing it on my high level one now.
Plus, they thought it out because in order to get the Halloween rewards, you have to wear a costume, and they give you a costume to wear at the very beginning. It's not much, but they'll get you the rewards.
Yeah, it's like a hat or something, isn't it?
It's the clown
Oh,
hat
okay.
and the tinfoil hat.
Tinfoil hat all day.
The rewards are cool. I've got a few of them on display, like the pumpkin stands and the Grim Reaper cutout. In fact, Hunter,
Yeah.
remind me at the end of this, I've got a spare one of those cardboard cutout pans if you want it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I got a few too.
Yeah, I really like the event rewards. That Queen of Fireman outfit's still managed to evade me, but I'll get it eventually.
Which outfit?
The fireman.
Oh yeah, I was able to get that on my low level one.
See, that's the reason. The fireman outfit isn't part of the Halloween rewards. It's part of the normal rewards. So you have even less chance to get it.
Yeah.
But the Halloween rewards are really good.
Speaking of Halloween rewards, the nuclear winter rewards, you done any yet?
I've done 2. I've done the 2 that come out so far.
I've done the first one. I've not really bothered with this next one. I'll probably just grind them all out in the one day at the end.
Yeah. The only thing I can't remember what specific costumes you can get, but the only one I'm looking forward to is the glowing skeleton.
Yeah, I will grind a whole day worth of nuclear winters to get that outfit. Because I'm not too keen on the bats paints and stuff. They kind of look cheesy, and I don't.
Yeah.
I'm weird like
I
that.
kind of like them though.
They feel like they would be. They feel like they would be like wallpapers.
Yeah, they're just like dead. I don't know. I just don't like stuff that's too bright and clean. I say as I'm sitting in a mechanist outfit, but you know what I mean. Like, I like stuff that kind of fits in with the world.
If I'm being
Yeah,
honest.
well-
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, with Halloween, you either get the really spooky or you get the really cheesy. We got both. We got the really spooky and the really cheesy. So.
That's true. That's true.
I don't know what's with Bethesda, and they have the obsession of adding like pantsuits with their events like all the time, and it's like, oh yeah, this is one of the rewards. I'm like, what does this have to do with? I mean, it has the Halloween. You literally just took the paint of one of the gun camos and just put it on the suit, and I'm like, you could have like added another costume or such, and it's just like why? Like I'm not personally interested in wearing all of that because it never just but I would prefer like an alternate costume.
On the topic of costumes, the ones in the App Store were cool. I'm pretty sure Hunter's got them to show them off.
Yeah, I can go ahead.
I think one was is it Samurai?
Yep, let me go ahead and get that on real quick. Samurai helmet and outfit.
It looks
I
clean.
was debating whether or not I wanted to buy that one, but I had my eye still on that one helmet from Nuclear Winter,
Oh,
which is
that
more
one
like
looks really cool.
yeah, it's like
It's like
the
a fire
apocalypse
breather one.
style. Yeah, the fire breather helmet. It gives
Ooh,
it more
that
of an
would look good with that
apocalyptic
armor.
feel.
That would look really
It
good with that.
Probably
armor,
would, yeah. And then I've also got the gladiator outfit too. I was kind of debating as to what I would wear for my Halloween costume for this, and I was between these. I thought about this one just because of the Russell Crowe helmet,
Yeah.
and I really like it.
Your eye patch is still there. That's cool.
Yeah, yeah. So I will take my seat now after a little costume change.
I've had a lot of fun with the gladiator outfit. I made like a Legionnaire character. It was really cool. Oh, actually,
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I
I saw
saw
those
that. Yeah, it was really good
screenshots.
looking. It was really good.
I'll put a picture up actually in the video. But yeah, like the Halloween stuff's great. Like you can see all like the decorations behind me. They're fucking
Right.
awesome.
I like how they decided to use this update to introduce the different death bags and stuff that you're gonna have, like your dropped bag, in
Did you-
replacing of the just the brown bag and everything.
Did you
Yeah.
see they released another one and it's a pumpkin that you drop? Like a trick
Oh,
or treat
really?
pump-
I
Yeah.
didn't see the pumpkin. All I saw was the tombstone and the gore pile.
And what's really cool is they've said it so you can change that if you drop a bag, yourself, it can be one thing, and if you die, it's a different thing.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm not crazy about those just because of the price. Like, they look alright, but I don't die. So.
I got the gravestone, so like when I drop stuff, it's a brown paper bag, but when I die, it's a gravestone.
Okay.
It's kind of fun. Yeah, they've actually been nailing it pretty well with the App Store recently, I think. Like with
Yeah.
like the faction bundles, and like even at that, this time around when they've done the faction bundles, they've released the stuff separately.
I wish they would release more like hairstyles and such.
Yeah.
More character
I'd like-
customization.
Yeah.
I'd love tattoos that aren't just face tattoos.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a good point.
and like I'd pay for ghoul customization.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to put ideas in Todd's head, but I would.
Well, I mean, I'd still like, and I think they're gonna revamp soon, or they talked about revamping the way you get atoms, like you get more or something like that.
Yeah,
So I mean, the fact that you can earn them is good.
I'm interested to see what this whole, because they make it sound like they're going to totally change it, but I'm not sure. I don't know if they were just referencing the way that, you know, instead of buying atom bundles, you buy, you know, a first membership and you get your atoms that way, but I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a weird one. The Halloween stuff's cool. It's nice to see more seasonal stuff. I'm kind of looking forward to Christmas now.
Oh yeah. Ooh, Thanksgiving evening.
Yeah, I want Bethesda, if you're watching, please let's fight a giant mutated turkey as a boss.
Turkey squats.
Just make a boss turkey. I will battle it to the death single-handedly.
Or turn all the death claws on the map into turkeys for like 48 hours.
Exactly.
They're as weak as a turkey.
Or
Not
for
gonna
some-
lie.
Now just imagine a scorch beast-sized turkey.
Oh. Screw it, just make every enemy a turkey.
Thomas the Tank Engine.
Oh god. His dragons
Or,
in Skyrim.
Put like a turkey paint on all of the robots in White Springs.
Just little things, like little things like that. Like, see for like New Year, do something for New Year. Have like White Springs have like an actual like New Year festival or a fireworks display.
Oh, and like a ball drop in the middle of White Springs,
Yeah.
and then the whole place gets nuked.
for Jesus. Well, for Independence Day, I'd like to see some more like revolutionary outfits and such.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be pretty cool. Because they had a lot of stuff from Fallout 4, you know, like with the Minutemen and stuff that they could kind of add in.
Is the powdered wig in this game?
I don't think so.
Yeah, that was in Fallout 3, and I remember when you had to go steal the Declaration of Independence. You can like put on a powdered wig and talk to the robot up front. He's like, "Oh yeah, here,
Do you
yeah, you're
remember,
one of us."
do you remember Lincoln's gun? Was it Lincoln's repeater?
Oh yeah, from
Lincoln's
Fallout 3?
repeater. Oh yeah, best gun in the game.
Yeah.
Yep.
I would kind of like to see holiday stuff for like West Virginia events, like just historical stuff like Civil War battles in West Virginia. Could be cool. I mean,
Well, it's
big part of
not.
the history.
There's a Mothman festival. Why don't we get something round about that in game? You know, like make Point Pleasant.
Yeah.
Put an event at Point Pleasant.
Fend off like an onslaught of Mothmen.
Yeah, but by the time, because Mothman Festival's already passed, but by the time it hits next year, Wastelanders will be out. So you know you could do an event at Point Pleasant where you've got to summon a Mothman or something. I don't know.
Where they think all the Mothmen have turned into turkeys.
Gobble gobble. Good old turkeys. Yeah, but I stand by my statement. Bethesda, we need a turkey. Let's fight a turkey.
Yes.
And then Graham can come and cook it and put it on a giant like roast. Imagine.
Okay.
Or he could get a new
Kinda
follower
gave an
that's
idea.
turkey.
Yeah, a Graham Thanksgiving, even better.
I want Graham during holidays to have little costumes. Christmas, he has
Yes.
a Christmas Santa beard, and Charlie has a reindeer nose.
That'd be
Rudolph's nose.
amazing.
Oh yeah, what about that house that they're supposed to be getting? No.
Yeah. And Wastelanders, imagine. It becomes a quest.
They
giver.
deserve a home.
This is gonna be like the biggest like pyramid scheme ever. Like we're selling stuff for them and they're taking the taxes out. And it's gonna be like Krabby Land and SpongeBob. We're gonna like reveal the curtain back and it's gonna be like a cardboard box.
Well, what if Graham turns out to be like Is it Marcus, the super mutant? Remember in New Vegas, and he like runs the community up in the mountain, and it's all like super mutants.
Yeah, from Fallout 1 too.
Yeah, or from Fox from Fallout 3.
Like imagine just Graham started a community, and it's all like super mutants that you could actually talk to and stuff.
That'd be cool.
I'd like that. Not loads of them, you know, like maybe like 6 or 7 of them, like a little village.
Maybe just has a cow farm.
Yeah,
too.
like they're trying to just
simple.
live like wastelanders.
And then those bastard Brotherhood of Steel come in, and we've got to defend Graham.
Protect.
I can see that happening. They'll probably might make Graham a more capable NPC besides a trader in Wastelanders.
That'd be awesome.
A whole
So-
year's past. It takes less than a year to build a small little home.
So believe it or not, we have actually surpassed our time for this segment. I didn't actually think we'd manage to talk about the current Fallout situations. Well, not current situations, but you know what I mean. But,
Well,
so
I mean,
what we'll do-
turkeys, man.
turkeys. But what we'll do is we'll take another quick break, and then we will be back talking about just spooky locations that we've been to, you know, things like that. Just our favourite sort of horror and ghost stories and stuff from Fallout 76. But yeah, we'll be right back. Alright, so we're back with the final segment, and we're talking spooky places. And if time, we'll talk about, you know, like conspiracy theories and myths and stuff in the game. But yeah, to start off, spooky places. Who wants to start us off?
I'll go first. Personally, the place I thought was like the creepiest, in my opinion, was the mire. From the beta and everything, it was just the fact that it was just you're going into like this treetop covered area, and once you go in there, once it's pure black, you can barely see anything in front of your face, and if you do see something, it's just like the black outline of it moving, and it's just all the craziness that can happen there. You have all the sloths, there's the random death claws, the hermit crabs, the wendigos, and how they like crutch up on the trees like Spider-Man, and then if you start attacking, they like throw themselves at you. And then even when the lights come on, like during the day, it's just crazy looking, and it's just it just has like this feel to it. And even every time I go back there now, it's there's always like something I have to look out for, be careful about.
Far Harbor vibes. That's what it gives me.
Yeah, that's a good one too. Yeah.
I really like that area where it meets Cranberry Bog, and like you get that kind of combination of biomes. I think that's one of my like favorite, just aesthetically pleasing places in the game.
There's a similar place like that up north, and it's where like the Savage Divide meets the Mire, and it's like a really nice mix. It's weird.
Yeah, because you go from Red Rocket and straight into the creepy clown house. Where there's a bunch of ghouls and a Wendigo.
Yep.
There's a lot of creepy places in the Mire. Like that Tangada town's kind of creepy.
Yeah.
You know, the one that's kind
Yeah.
of lifted out the ground.
Which reminds me of something.
I'm trying to remember.
Talk about it later.
Sure. I'm trying to think of others. Abandoned Waste Dump, when you first do the Enclave stuff, that's kind of like dark. You know, like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember doing that the first time. It kind of
Any-
freaked me out, but
Any area in a Fallout game that is just incredibly tight with death claws in it, I've always had that like fear of it. But I'm like from playing New Vegas and how death claws are like incredibly difficult at a higher level, and how like places like the Quarry Junction, like matter of fact, let me say this: when you have the entire map of New Vegas, you have this. It's just this. You have it looks like a basic Fallout map, but the death claws and their placements along the map are literally throughout the middle and then sprinkled out around the rims of it. So you can be going into like a low level area, and then you have the chances of running into a deathclaw if you're not careful. And if you run into a deathclaw at a low level, it's really screwed over. And then even with like Fallout 3 and such, there's like the places like the I believe it's the Deathclaw Prematori. I think that's what it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's that, and then there's the Deathclaw Sanctuary. That's where you go to fight in Fallout New Vegas. That's where you go to fight the legendary
Alpha?
Deathclaw, which is the legendary Deathclaw, which is bigger than an alpha. It's crazy looking, and they're all just condensed in one area. It's gross. It's like, ugh. And then going to even Fallout 4, we have the Witchcraft, the Museum Witchcraft.
The music, yeah, with the gunners and shit. Yeah, that was spooky.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, even creepier than the Deathclaws in New Vegas. You got the Cazadors, the Night Stalker cave, and the Nightkin in that one mission early on. Whenever you're trying to get from Novak.
Helping the damn, what was the cult's name?
I can't
Shoot.
think of it.
You helped them build the rocket and everything.
Oh,
the cult of the. It was the
cult of, it was like
one.
Joseph, Joseph or something. No, that's that's Far Cry 5 shit.
Jason
Sure.
Bright.
Yeah.
Jason
It
Bright.
was
Jason Bright. It was the cult.
Bright.
Yeah, Jason Bright.
That's the
Like
one.
the Nightkin were just really creepy.
Yeah.
They're interesting.
Yeah.
Different, though.
I like their story.
Shout
like
out to
the
my boy,
follower
Mr.
that you got.
Fantastic, who died in the name of science.
Back to spooky places in '76. Lucky Hole Mine, you all been there?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You've met the interloper, or seen the interloper at least.
Yeah.
I wonder if
That
it'll ever
place is
wake up.
just awesome.
Which reminds me of Tenangra Town a little bit, because in Tenangra Town there's a spooky little face in it.
Yeah, those mysterious faces, and they're always like related
Which
to
are-
Dunwich.
Yeah, the
The
Dunwiches
face?
with who worship a Qualtoff,
I haven't seen the
which
faces.
is like Fallout's. There's statues. They're like the statue faces.
Oh, okay. Like
They all-
totems.
There's
They look like Dwemer faces from like Elder Scrolls. You know, like the big faces that are in. Like,
Right.
but yeah,
and they're always related to the Dunwiches since Fallout 3, I think. The first instance you meet them.
yeah, because it's the Dunwich building in Fallout 3 that's got the ghosts, and then in Fallout 4 it's Dunwich Borders or Dunwich Quarry.
Was
Yeah.
that was the
Where you get the Crim's Tooth
yeah,
from
the
Fallout
blade.
4.
Yeah.
Which real quick, have any of you been to the Lucky Hole Mine and actually visited it recently?
I haven't recently.
No.
They made a change. So when you go into it where that spooky friend is, fog starts and creepy music starts playing.
Huh.
Oh, dude, that's even nicer
It's-
than.
It's because I went there like almost immediately in the game, and I went there recently because I've been doing Lucky Hole Mine runs, and I went in there, and it scared the shit out of me because it was like, where'd this music come from? Why is it all foggy? I feel like I'm gonna die.
Yeah, Lucky Hole Mine's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
And if you didn't know, there's a tower. I can't remember which tower, but there's a map with a knife thrown into it, and it's right on Lucky Hole Mine.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, there's those allusions to the cult too.
Well, there's a whole thing. Apparently, it's kind of like an unmarked quest, but like no one's really been able to like link it all together because there's like lots of little clues. But supposedly, it's kind of meant to be like you follow like a trail and then you work it out that you have to go to Lucky Hole Mine.
Huh.
But I don't know if they never fully implemented it. But there is kind of like evidence that there is something that leads you because it starts at Point Pleasant. There's like a note talking about the interloper, and he says he's going to go look for it. And then, you, like Gear was talking about, there's that tower with the map and the knife.
Maybe it's just like for just the like it being an unmarked quest. It's just like the aesthetics of it. It's like, oh yeah, you it's up to you to figure out what happens next. We're not going to guide you.
Well, yeah, because it's kind of like remember the TNT domes before you could just YouTube
Right.
it. And the alien blaster people work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Although that one I found by myself.
Really?
Yep.
Nice. Because I remember people worked out how to get into the TNT dome in the wrong order. But there was actually like a little quest line that you can follow. It's unmarked, and it kind of like leads you point to point to point, and you follow this.
Oh, you had to
little
get all the
story.
keys.
Yeah, and it's like a little story.
Nice. I haven't done that one.
It's really fun, and it's the same with the. I'm pretty sure it's the same for the quantum.
Yeah, that one's a bit more annoying though, as you have to server hop if you don't get it.
Yeah.
And then there's the Nuka-Cola T51 paint, which I really want to do
Yeah.
because that is a nice paint. And if we ever get
That's
power
what-
armor
that's-
displays, I would like to display it.
That's what I'm rocking on my main one.
I think I've got that paint too. I think I just bought it at a vendor.
It's really clean. Like when I was first running power armor, that's what I wore because it was so nice looking. Because there wasn't a lot of power armor paints in there.
That was really
yeah,
nice.
and it was clean.
But back to the locations though, I like Allegheny Asylum, Fort Defiance. Like just because of the real life history behind that place, it's so crazy. It's a museum now. You can go there and do like ghost tours and stuff like that. Because it's one of the oldest, like still standing asylums. And I was looking it up earlier, and it actually sits on exactly 666 acres of land. So I think that's
a lot.
yeah. Well, it's a lot of land, but just the number of it, like the devil's number, and it's an asylum where people were basically tortured. It's just really creepy.
It's a weird place
And
for
then
the
you've
Brotherhood to go.
I mean, it's not a very good tactical decision.
Yeah. But yeah, well, sorry, what were you saying?
Oh, I completely forgot now.
Sorry, man.
Oh, it's good, dude.
The asylum's creepy because I'll be just going through it, and I'll hear ghouls and Wendigo beneath me, and it's like, that's terrifying. And then when they actually find their way into your room and they just lunge at you.
Yeah. And then you're on. Then when you're on the top floor and you can't fast travel because the damn rad roach is one level below you. But it's a creepy place though. Like,
especially since it's filled with ghouls now.
Don't you go there to Oh wait, no, sorry, I'm getting that place mixed up with the prison. Yeah, there's always that death call just scratching at the walls when you walk in as well. You just hear that in the background while you're clearing it out.
Yeah.
I'd never heard that. I'm gonna have to go through it again.
There's death call and
not a death call. Sorry, I meant Wendigo. My fault.
Wendigo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can
the
hear
Wendigo just scratching.
It's like
you just hear it like. Yeah. I remember one time when I walked in. Normally when I do it, like all the other times, it's normally out in the open, so I just go ahead and kill it. I walked into the bathroom and I'm hearing it. I'm like, okay, it probably just glitched out. I open one of the bathroom stalls, the damn thing just hops out at me. It scares the shit out of me. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, whoa, and then I just go on to beat it to death with a stick.
So speaking of Wendigos, an unexpected creepy place. You all know where the Campfire Tales is, right?
Yeah. My basement. Yeah.
Okay, so we all know how Wendigos become Wendigos. They eat human flesh and turn into ghouls.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if you get the Wendigo at the end, it's one of the campers.
Yeah.
What did she do?
It's one of the counselors.
She ate a child.
Oh yeah, I guess it is counselor, but still, it's the counselor from with little kids. What happened? Why did she eat human flesh?
Survival of the fittest.
Well, I'm pretty sure
she
in like the sort of voice acting part of it, it's kind of like talks about a curse and shit like that.
Yeah. Like,
we do know magic. There is a little bit of magic in Fallout, so you know. It's very
Yeah.
plausible.
That was one thing about the Campfire Tales. The stories, like, they were campy, but sometimes when they would trigger just right, like, it could be kind of creepy, or the first time you experienced them.
The
Well-
Wendigo one caught me off guard because I did it by myself the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is the Fallout universe. You can eat a baby and get be immune to radiation for the rest of your life. So you can do all sorts of hell. Think of all the things.
Yeah, Fallout doesn't really shy away from dark shit, does it?
Oh, it's
Next.
good.
Minus killing children. Well, technically, that would probably be the only child that you could technically kill in Fallout.
What, the baby?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably definitely one of the darkest things I've done.
I don't think I've ever done that in a playthrough. Because I was like, oh, radiation.
Oh, I've
Yeah,
never done
but
it. I'm not a baby eater.
yeah,
No,
I'm
me neither.
not a cannibal.
I don't eat no babies.
I only eat
I
grown
eat
men.
berries and mushrooms.
Oh. Is it the Valley Galleria? That's kind of creepy. The abandoned like sort of shopping mall sort of thing.
Yeah.
You ever been there?
I
I-
think so.
Well, I have to get the camera, but I've never actually fully explored it.
That's nice. It's like the way the light comes in through the skylight and stuff. Glass Caverns. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, doing that for the first time was pretty fun too, because you're just going in there and then you're just going through like the remnants of this. No, sorry, hold on. Let me rephrase that. There's the hell of getting into the actual caverns themselves for the first time ever, because there's like all the scorched and the scorched beasts, because it's your first time going into the cranberry bog. If so, and then you go inside and then you have the first onslaught of ghouls that rush you through the small tunnel. Which I'm not sure if that happens with everyone, but that was happening the first time that me and a friend were going through it. And then you keep going forward and you're seeing all the remnants of like a battle that had went on, and then you go on deeper and it's like, oh yeah, there's the bodies of scorched fog crawlers and mirelurk queens, and you're like, whoa, what the hell did all this? And then you fight the actual scorch beasts.
Yeah. Glass Caverns was like a fun run. It was one of the few things that I didn't do whenever like you guys were walking me through the stuff early on, and I was able to go back as like a higher level character and just experience that by myself.
Yeah, the first time I did it, I kind of rushed through it and never really took in the story that was getting told.
Yeah.
But the second time I went through and like took my time, listened to the holotapes and stuff, it's kind of sad, you know, because it's obviously it's the end of the Brotherhood basically. So
Yeah. I think that was kind of like one of my issues with a lot of the early stuff. Like I had a tough time getting engaged with the lore because you actually had to stop what you were doing and engage with it instead of just having it told to you.
yeah, you're used to getting it kind of like fed to you by NPCs.
Yeah. And then the lore is being told through the surroundings and the setting itself.
Yeah.
I'll give them credit. Their environmental storytelling's great.
Oh
Well,
yeah, most definitely.
Bethesda's always been good at that, even in like Skyrim and Elder Scrolls series and Fallout 3.
Like, you know, it's a great game when you can just walk into like an old abandoned house and you can work out a story just by shit lying around and stuff like that.
And skeleton dead on the can.
Yeah.
Or the little mole rat that comes out of the toilet in the outhouse.
Oh my god.
Oh, Teddy the mole rat. That's what I've named.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the backstory for that's cute.
No, man. Craig here, man. Sitting here. I went to his camp and I was like, oh yeah, I didn't know that was a thing. And then he's like, oh yeah. He's like, oh yeah, did you actually click the toilet in there? And I clicked it unintentionally because I was like, oh yeah, sure. And then it popped out. I wasn't expecting it. It scared the shit out of me.
Well, there's a toilet right there.
The toilet mole rat's awesome.
Yeah.
I like the interactive camp items in general are great because it just kind of like
Oh yeah.
it's kind of like little. I see them as little. I buy them because they're little bonuses to people that come to my camp to buy shit. You know, they can explore my camp and interact with shit and be like, oh, that's cool. You know.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Because when I first travel to a camp, I always like have a look around and check it out and pass judgment on it.
Unless all the doors are locked.
Yeah.
especially
Then
if
you
it's
got
a
to break
cool
into the
camp.
window.
Like, I went to this one camp. It was Halloween themed because it had the first bundle, and it was a fun house maze. So there was beers everywhere, and you had to get to it to get to the vendors. And
Okay.
he had really cheap prices for it too. So you paid a little bit by just taking the time, strolling through, getting lost, finding your way, and then you get your vendors. It was really fun.
A hay maze could be fun.
There's
With those hay
actually
bales.
on that. There's actually a really good video, and I might actually link it in the description for this. And it's a guy built a hay maze, and it's honestly, like, wait till you see this shit.
I'll have to
mind,
watch that.
it's mind blowing. I'll send a link to you guys once we're finished up here. But honestly,
Cool.
it's fucking amazing. People have got like really creative with the Halloween stuff.
Yeah. So I think it's a good thing, and hopefully Bethesda sees that and they're like, oh well, let's incorporate more stuff like this.
Like, I'm excited. Like, we've obviously seen the leaks for the Chinese stuff.
Yep.
Like, I want to see what people do with the Chinese stuff.
Yeah.
Like little communist
Yep.
hideouts. If I got the Chinese stuff, I'd probably like build a normal looking camp, but then have like a little secret room that's all like communist, like a little spy base. But
I just want the Chinese assault rifle skin.
yeah, that looks nice. The power armor's really nice looking as well. I'll put photos up of these as well because it's nice if people have pictures of what we're talking about.
I would just really like to have my own what are those little robots?
Liberators.
Oh,
Yeah, I'd like my own Liberator.
that'd be great.
Yeah.
Be able to program it to have my voice.
Be like Butterbot from Rick and Morty. Just
I hope
does some like random task.
there's a Chinese skin for the Scrapper robot, and I'm kind of hoping it's got like a Chinese voice.
Oh God.
Nice.
No. No.
I really hope so. Like, cause think about it, there must be a Chinese translation of the game, so it wouldn't be that hard just to implement it.
Like it just says the same thing as the Collectron says, but it's in Chinese.
Exactly. It'd be amazing. Or like, same with like the free states and the Raider collectrons when they come. I want them to have like unique sort of voices. Because if I'm having to pay for another fucking collectron, because I've already paid for one, I at least want it to have good voice lines.
Just not Rose.
Well, the Raider one, you know, it could say like kind of semi-violent shit.
Yeah.
The Free States one could talk about conspiracies and like, you know, it could be like the one that's in Harper's Ferry. It's all like tinfoil hat sort of thing.
Yeah.
I'd
I'd like to
that.
see more stuff with aliens. I think that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I really hoped the space station was going to have something to do with aliens, but as we know, that's not happened. So.
Yeah.
It might, you never know.
Well,
Here's
I mean,
hoping.
given from Wastelanders, it's going to be a settlement, so I'm assuming.
Well, yeah, but it could also be that because the Flatwoods monster is a Zayden. Spoiler alert. But it takes control of everything. It can take control of the Scorch Beast Queen. And its filing, you can take over the Scorch Beast Queen. So why not have a whole settlement controlled by a Zayden, a Flatwoods monster, at Space Station?
Let that be
I
the
am-
final boss. The Scorch Beast Queen controlled.
It's like the Wizard of Oz. Like you see the big head, like talking, and, like a dark voice, and then you just go behind the curtain, and it's just this scrying looking floating glass jar with wacky inflatable arms, and you're like, yeah, I think this is where you're, yeah, I'm gonna have to revoke your life pass.
So to finish up, I was going to talk about theories, but I'm going to pitch a theory, and I just kind of want to get your opinions on it. So I don't know if all of you know, but Vault 79 appeared in the game.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
hidden away up in the mountains in the Savage Divide. I'll put a couple of pictures up of when I went there for the first time. And
Okay.
yeah, it's cool. So there's also notes in the files though, and basically the theory is we're going to get a quest before Wastelanders release that's going to kind of like be like a treasure hunt, where we've got to find pieces of a map that will lead us to Vault 79 in the end, and eventually, we'll go down. And it's pretty much confirmed we know what's going to happen in this little sort of mini quest. So basically, what I want to ask is, the whole idea is Vault 79 holds the treasure of Appalachia. What do you think the treasure of Appalachia will be?
Love and friendship.
The friends you made along the way.
Imagine you get in there, it's just like a skeleton. It's like, really? That's all it was? A skeleton?
It's the one piece.
Just holding a bit of paper that just says, congratulations.
You've done it. Well, I talked about this a little bit before. I personally think that that's probably just going to be what gets us like the Gauss weapons early or so. Or it's probably just going to be whatever the problem that the Raiders need in Wastelanders. That's just going to be the MacGuffin device that's down there.
Well, here's some interesting stuff for you, and if you don't want to hear sort of what are probably going to be spoilers, I'd probably skip this part. I don't know where to skip to, but I'd skip forward a little bit. But basically, in the notes, it talks about a Chinese spy called Shanghai Sally.
Yeah.
And basically, Shanghai Sally was eventually caught and gunned down in Las Vegas, in, I think it's the Ultrox Casino. Which is cool that they actually referenced, some New Vegas stuff.
Yeah.
So apparently she was spotted a lot in Appalachia, but it turns out, and again, spoilers, and I'm sorry, this isn't really a massive spoiler anyway. She turns out she was a US soldier, and she was actually assigned to something related to Vault 79. And I think she stole something that she sold for like millions of dollars, and then went on a spree in New Vegas and got killed, basically, or Las Vegas.
Is this pre-war?
Pre-war, yeah. So,
okay.
and there's like notes with like a farm, and she talks about how like one day the army just showed up and started fencing off her land and told her there was a radiation leak, and next thing you know, there was like trucks full of concrete driving into the area and stuff. So basically, there's some shady goings on with Vault 79.
That reminds me of I always like before I get into that, I always liked how with Fallout games they always have that one DLC that takes you to like this weird location that's like off the grid, whether it be Point Lookout specifically, which I'm about to get into, or Point Lookout, Far Harbor, and Old World Blues, or pre-war stuff. I mean, getting specifically the Sierra Madre Hotel and such. But specifically with Point Lookout, there's a quest that I personally like because it does the exact thing that we were talking about earlier, where it tells story through the environment around you. And that was with I can't remember what it was, but you're basically continuing the mission of a Chinese spy.
Yeah.
And your goal is you go around the entire Point Lookout map doing like these tasks of like a Chinese spy would do, and I remember that the end game quest, or the quest word for that, was the Blackwater repeater, I believe, which was I think it's like a slight downgrade from the Lincoln's repeater, but it's like slightly below it.
So
and
what's sorry to interrupt.
It's fine.
We actually have a visitor outside the camp by the sounds of things. I think it may be Graham. So we'll be right back. He didn't have anything I wanted to. I think I've pretty much got all the plans that he usually says.
I could just kind of like sprinted off. You said.
I can't believe I don't have the heavy combat armor stuff.
Wow, that's actually named. That's funny. What's so special about her milk?
It's just funny.
It's just regular milk.
Graham is the best NPC and will always be the best NPC.
I like how you can hold a milk bucket upside down.
Raoul always has a special place in my heart.
See if we ever get that presidential event thing. I think we should make Graham president.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
We're all gonna vote for Graham to be president.
People were thinking that was gonna come out with Nuclear Winter or the other one.
So we're back.
But
we're finished shopping at Graham.
Yeah. But back to what I was saying about that that quest and Point Lookout. It was it just had you doing like a bunch of random stuff where you had to like go to the walkers at the pier and like find your message. You had to go into, I believe, a mental asylum in the middle of the woods and collect a message from like a dead body. Then proceed to a submarine off the coast and just blow up the reactor inside and get out. And then afterwards you had to take these glasses to unlock a secret room that was behind them. I think it was either a different man or it was the actual the ghoul with the glasses.
Yeah, the guy
Manor.
who lived up
He
in
has
the
like
house.
yeah, the guy who lives up in the house. You help him defend his home, and then you go into the room where you get the reward. And it's like this armory, and there's like a bunch of stuff, and then you read the terminal. It's like, oh yeah, you've been good with your mission, and then it starts like poisonous gas starts leaking in through the vents. And you have to like, get out of there, like collect your goods and just get out. And if that was the case, if that's what's been said about Wastelanders, if there's a quest like that, I hope it's done specifically like that one, in a way. I hope that they do something like that, and that'd be really fun and interesting to see.
Well, I think you're going to be pretty satisfied with this little quest. The quest thing I was talking about, like the whole like the treasure hunt to find Vault 79.
Right.
Because by the sounds of it, they're going to like let us find Vault 79 before the DLC drops. So then it's kind of like, yeah, we found the vault, but we need to find a way into it.
And then everybody's going to start showing up.
Yep.
Let's just hope it's not Sunset Sarsaparilla Cats.
Oh god.
Oh my god, that's perfect. Oh, I don't think I've ever been able to do that quest because I just never took the time to find all the caps and stuff. And normally when I like during the summer, I'd always start like a New Vegas playthrough or Fallout 3 playthrough, and I would just try to collect everything. And I think that would just be the one thing, that and then the one legendary weapon that's in the Deathclaw Prematory, whatever the hell it's called, because I hate going in there. But overall, that's fun.
Just open up the vault and the fences is there.
I just
maybe it's gonna. I think it might actually be kind of like a heist, almost.
That'd be nice.
The only thing though I would prefer it to not be is I don't want the treasure to be how you get Gauss weapons and the plasma caster and such. I want that to be something else that you probably get along the way, but not have that be the treasure. Personally, I can, but then again, I can see it being you go down to the vault and you find prototype weaponry. That could be the thing. I won't be.
What's that noise?
Sorry.
Robots.
Someone want to go take care of that?
Yeah, I got it.
Give me. Yeah, I got a stick. Let me just
I can hear it.
Take up my.
I can hear it like clanking along the road.
Yep.
How you fucking?
Ooh, 3 steel scrap.
So, while we're doing with that, good opportunity if you're still watching at this point. It'd really help us out if you could give us a little like and subscribe. I hate being that guy, but this is the only time I'm going to do it. Once per video.
Make sure to.
Make
sure to rate, subscribe, and comment on this video.
Subscribe, unsubscribe, and resubscribe.
Exactly. Hit that bell. Isn't that what they say?
Hit that bell for the notifications.
Smash the bell.
Smash that like button.
Hopefully we don't become that sort of thing.
Yeah.
No, I mean, it's once a video. We're not.
Yeah. It does help us out, and it lets us know that, we should
You're watching it.
Yeah. As you were saying, sorry, we keep getting interrupted.
Talking about the vault, I think it could be cool. Get down there, nothing be there, and then that starts up another string there.
And then you have to wait another 5 months for. No, I'm joking.
No, I'm saying have it planned out to where you get down there and you might have been beat down there by another team or something like that.
That's the thing though, because that's another thing we were discussing. I was talking about with someone else. It was the fact that they might try and give players another alternate starting wave
cool.
from when the Wastelanders update comes out, because if it's skipping a certain amount of time, it's not going to make sense if you're coming out of the vault fresh and everything looks old and as time has passed, while there's also NPCs and such moving in. So it probably might have you picking a faction, or the factions that you choose, and you're like, oh yeah, I came in or I moved in from Extractra, an unmarked location, perhaps. We moved from blah 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 to West Virginia and we're here for this reason.
That's one of the reasons I kind of like the idea of the private servers, honestly, because it means, say, I want to get like 8 friends together and like play through the quests in a specific way, and
Right.
it feels like we're making everything we do is actually changing in the world.
Yeah.
Right,
Like,
right.
I feel like for the first time, I think, because we run an RP, a roleplay community. I think for the first playthrough, I'm going to try and get a group together to kind of like roleplay it out, and just kind of like immerse ourselves in the story properly.
Immersion.
Because it's going to be like the first time we've got a chance to actually properly roleplay within the game. Because when there's nothing to interact with in the game, and yeah, you can interact with other players, but it's fun. We could RP.
Not having a bunch of people just bumping into you, talking to the same person you're about to talk to and such.
Because that was my main concern: is if one person picks raiders and one person picks settlers, how's it going to play out on that same server? You know what I mean?
Right.
But
that would be nice. Like have the different players choose their faction and then kind of duke it out because of that.
Turns into like a PvP event at the end, maybe.
I get the feeling that's actually going to be a thing, because if anybody talked quite early on, actually, in the game's release, about faction PvP.
Yeah.
So I get a feeling there's going to be some faction PvP coming.
Have it be like if anyone's played For Honor here, how they have the different factions and then they complete globally during an event, and then whoever wins, whatever main faction wins, they get special rewards and such.
I think I talked about it in the first Let's Talk we done, and it was the idea that the workshops had like territories attached to them. So if a faction took a workshop, they'd take that territory.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
That way it would just be a constant dynamic. You wouldn't get bored of that because you'd constantly be fighting for territory.
It'd be kind of like domination and like Call of Duty or some of the Battlefield modes and stuff like that.
Yeah, and like essentially it'd just put you on like one big team almost.
Yeah.
So you were always aggroed to the opposing faction. Like maybe down the line we could see like Enclave versus Brotherhood, for example.
Do we know the specific amount of factions that there are going to be? We know there's going to be basic settlers, and then I'm going to say
we know the settlers. We know those raiders. There's two different types of raiders. There's from what I think, from judging from the atmosphere items, there's the scabbers and the wasters.
Yeah.
The scabbers are they're not hardcore raiders. They just do what like the survivalist sort of raiders.
Yeah.
Right.
And then there's the wasters, which are just your straight up, they'll shoot you on sight raiders.
Right.
And then we've got the Cult of the Mothman as well. So that's a pretty good one.
Okay.
And I've actually got a theory going that all the atmosphere stuff that's been coming out.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like that's stuff that they've been making for Wastelanders, and they're just releasing it as they make it.
Right.
Because think about it, we had, what was it first? The Mothman stuff, and that's one of the already confirmed factions.
I am choosing to work for the Chinese government.
Yeah.
That would be pretty interesting. Have that and then have the U.S. Army.
There's already mentions of Chinese spies and stuff in the files. So
Ooh.
Yeah.
But there's the Chinese. You could also, if you think about it, you've got the Free States bundle that came out. That's a lot of Free States outfits.
Right. Yeah, that's
sure
what Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I'm sure the Enclave is going to have a role just because how they were the last main questline thing.
That and Vault 79 just screams shady Enclave business.
Yeah.
Sealing off like 3 mile fucking area, that sort of thing. That's, I'm intrigued to see what it will be. But we have actually went dramatically over time. We went from a 20-minute segment to a 40-minute segment. But,
me.
Yeah, but fuck it. It's good content. I'll probably trim wee bits in and out. We'll see how it goes. But I think it's actually going to be quite a nice long video for once. So we'll probably round it off here. To end it, I've got a little thing I want to try. If it doesn't work out, then I'll just do a solo outro. But hopefully, we'll see in a little bit when we do our outro, which is going to be fun. Alright, so we're back, and as a grand finale, we decided we're going to do some Hunter v Hunted.
Well, we got 2 people that still need to join. There we go.
Okay, I just gotta go back in the building.
So we're going to hunt each other.
I know where no one is. Is this terrorism?
Exactly.
Oh god, we appear on the...
Oh, we do.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh no, I'm down. Oh, I just died. Just straight up die.
Oh wait, I'm not even in it.
Yeah, you're not. No, you're not on me yet. Like, you gotta go after your person.
Oh.
I forgot
failed.
that that's a...
Well, I'm out.
You can't kill me, mate.
Okay, you know what? I'll kill the Scorch in the meantime.
I don't know why I ran towards fucking Hunter.
Is it over? No, there's 1 person left. Oh, it's me. I'm the 1 person left. I win. Ha ha ha. Well, it is Hunter versus Hunted. Oh, hey, a 3-star legendary Scorched up top.
Oh god.
I took it up top.
Alright,
there's stairs.
Truce.
Truce is in effect.
I'm a communist. I don't believe in... Oh, wait.
Alright, everybody hit it?
Yeah.
Alright, fuck him up.
A furious death tempo.
Zealots, right.
Ooh, a bloody lever action.
Ooh.
Oh.
What do you
Assassin's
want?
Green armor.
What do you want?
Plus 33 VATS hit. Not the best, but not the worst.
That sounds like a deal there.
It's a scripper.
Sounds like
Alright, who's left to kill each other?
me and him.
Alright,
Yeah.
to the middle of the arena.
I'm healing right now.
It's showing me and Gear as being enemies right now, too.
I think it keeps his enemies until
Yeah, because I can kill both of you guys.
And Craig, you're showing as an enemy for now.
Oh, we're not using melee weapons?
I want a good clean
I guess
fight.
I will. Was that what's going?
No, not me. I'm not in this. Is you?
Yeah, we are. No, stop running. Stop running.
Craig?
Oh, you fucking bastard.
I told you to come after me. I lost the event already.
I'm supposed to kill you. It's giving me the option to kill you.
Oh, well, you know what? I'll just kill everyone. How about that?
I don't know where this is head.
There. Now you both have a clean start. Find each other. Kill. Oh.
I'm gonna fuck you.
If the Monster Mash didn't have all those ghouls, that would be the best event to do this at.
I have to keep killing you, but I'm done with that. What are these pumpkin grenades? What are you, the green goblin?
You pumpkin. Don't touch the pumpkin grenades.
Yeah.
I'm the green goblin.
I just killed myself with one grenade.
I think it would have been fun to see Fashnetch, but have like a Halloween theme.
I think we'll probably call it at that, so we'll meet up in the middle and see our good
Alright,
guys.
so no more killing.
Yep.
Stress.
I am
Weapons
the...
up. Go away.
I'm the spook. Hi, I'm the
Yeah.
wiener.
I think it's actually quite refreshing to have some gameplay in the video, so I think we'll probably do a lot more of this sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Battlefield 5 gameplay going on in the background.
It's been a lot of fun.
Here, don't you try anything. This is my server.
Thanks everyone that watched, listened, however you watch it or listen to it.
I heard that.
I heard the click.
Nope.
Thanks to you guys for coming on again.
No problem.
Thanks to
Yeah, I
Grace and
enjoyed my
Motherfucker.
time.
It was a lot of fun.
Yep, I appreciate it.
I'm I'm not sure what we're going to talk about next week. We've not actually planned next week's episode, so it'll be a surprise, I guess. But thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Alright.